Hi, Tyler.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in to meet me today. So why don't you tell me a little bit why you decided to meet with me?
I'm just looking to get more active. I've been kind of getting lazy lately. I used to be pretty active playing baseball a lot, so I've been trying not to get fat, and I've been really lazy for the last time.
Okay, for sure. So at least you got a couple goals in mind, which is great. So the purpose of this little discussion we're going to have here, I'm just going to ask you a few questions. I want you to be able to answer them as honestly as you can for me. Be as open as you want. The more open you're with me, the better we're going to be able to kind of determine your goals. We can start putting a plan in place, and we can start moving forward with your training from there. Does that sound good?
Yeah, it works for me.
Okay, sounds good. So first, I'm just going to ask you a little bit about kind of your activity patterns. So I want you to walk me through kind of a typical day for you, like what you do for work, typically what you do at work, things like that.
Alright, well, I'm up pretty early in the morning, like 4 or 5, so
Oh, wow.
I got a long commute into work, at least an hour there and back,
Oh, wow,
so
okay.
I'm usually pretty tired at the end of the day, and but my typical day is I'm up early. I'm working with steel fabrication, so
Okay.
I'm
Sounds
working
like pretty
in, it's residential
heavy-duty
work,
stuff.
so it's a lot of lifting and walking upstairs and a lot of moving.
very
so,
physically
yeah.
demanding job.
Yeah, by
you'd
the
say.
end of the day, I'm pretty tired, so it's been tough to get to the gym. Or
Absolutely, and you're home pretty late in the evening by the sounds of it. If you're up
it's
that
usually-
early and with the
it's
commute
usually
and all
dark
that.
by the time I leave and by the time we get home.
Oh
so.
wow. Okay, so you're pretty worn out by the end of the day
Yeah,
by the
done.
sounds of it, which is totally fair. How long have you been working at this job? Just out of
It's only
curiosity.
been about 5 months now.
Okay, would you say you were more physically active before the job? Like outside of work?
Yeah, definitely.
A little bit
yeah,
more?
way more. I used to play baseball like 6 times a week. So.
Wow, okay.
And then I was in the gym on top of that, so
Okay.
I was definitely more active.
Yeah, when work wasn't so much the priority, were you in school at
Yeah,
the
it's-
time?
Yeah, I was going to school still in high school and whatnot, but I also went to college in the States on a scholarship, so
Okay.
but I did that and just now work's getting to be more of a
Absolutely.
priority, so
Good to know. So you're kind of looking, by the sounds of it, what I'm gathering is you're looking to make physical activity outside of work.
yeah, just
A
trying
priority
to, just trying to
again.
get back into it and
Okay.
get back into I don't know, more.
Routine, kind of?
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
that'd be a good word
Okay.
for it.
So going back to kind of what you do outside of work, how physically active are you outside of work? Like how many days are you exercising? If you
I
are,
couldn't even put a number down there right now. Not very.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, not really lately. That's
Okay.
kind of why I'm here to see. Is
Oh.
just I've been pretty lazy, so I'm
Okay.
trying to get back into a good routine. Is what you
for
said.
sure. So typically when you say when you do find the time to exercise outside of work, what do those activities consist of?
I like to be outdoorsy more. I don't really like just being stuck inside and between 4 walls and smashing weights around. But
Absolutely.
I do go to the gym if I can.
Yeah.
When the weather's when the weather is permitting, I like to be outside hiking, doing other things,
Absolutely.
walking my dog and doing stuff like that.
Okay, and that might be a little bit of a barrier this time of year, would you say? Just because, the weather's not so
It
great.
makes
you
it a
can't
little
spend-
tougher to
Mhm.
get there, I'd say for sure.
Okay. So would you say you like being in the gym a little bit, I guess, like lifting weights, and
Oh yeah, for sure.
you do enjoy it?
Yeah, I do. I definitely like it.
Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. All right. So kind of moving back into your past, like as we as you mentioned, you used to be quite physically active, about 6 days a week. You were playing baseball lots. How did you feel when you were that active? Did it kind of drive you a little bit? Did it give you that kind of motivation?
Yeah, and you feel better as just all around. I don't know. I've been feeling really sluggish the last little bit, so I've been trying to get a little bit more physically active. I got a dog and try to get more outdoors.
Absolutely.
But-
Do you think increasing your levels of physical activity might not make you quite as sluggish as you mentioned? Might make you a little bit more.
I think so. Give you a little bit more,
Mm-hmm.
at least energy and motivation to do stuff and get out there, try to do some new stuff.
Good to know. And just as a kind of another question, have you ever worked with a personal trainer before?
Yeah, I did when I was in baseball for about 2.5 years.
Okay, how did you enjoy that?
It was
If
a good
you
experience.
did.
Yeah, it was a good experience.
It was good?
It definitely helped a lot.
Okay, what did you like about their training styles, and what didn't you like, if anything, of course?
I didn't really like the body weight and a lot of the cardio that we're doing. It was mostly just a lot of sprinting, and
Okay,
it wasn't really what I was looking for. So
Okay.
just,
looking to kind of shy away from that a little bit
I was
more.
just
kind
more
of the
looking.
cardio
Yeah, I'm more looking
type
to
exercise?
build some size and before I want to start toning out like that and
Absolutely.
running a lot.
Okay, that's good. That kind of sets a good plan in place for me, because from there I can kind of, gear your training towards that type of activity. So that's really good to know.
Yeah, definitely.
So by the sounds of it, what I'm gathering is obviously you're looking to increase your levels of physical activity, as we mentioned. When do you think you're looking to start that? How soon would you like to get those goals in place?
Definitely as soon as possible would be ideal. Yeah.
Okay. If you had to place a number on it, like a scale from 1 to 10, how motivated are you to get started, start working towards your goals? 1 being the least and 10 being the highest.
I'd say about 7, 8 right now.
7, 8. That's a pretty good number.
Yeah, I'm excited to get going.
That's good. So what can we do to take you from a 7 to a 10? What do you think we could do? How can I help you to do that?
That's a good question. I guess just push me to, when I am there, push me to get to my limits and really push myself in the gym and not just slack off and get the most out of it.
Some motivation is what you're looking for by the sounds of it.
Yeah, mostly.
Okay. Do you have any other sources of motivation, like outside of, myself as a trainer? Do you have anything else that kind of motivates you and pushes you?
I mostly just grab myself right now and try not to let myself get out of shape. And,
that's awesome.
Yeah, just kind of trying to take the bull by the horns.
Okay. That's really good because I feel like a lot of people don't really have that, self-drive and that commitment and stuff. So that's a really, really great starting point for you. I think with that alone, that's really, really going to help you in the long run. And I think that's going to be able to help you commit and stick to those set goals.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
Yeah, I think
hopefully
so.
I can get a good,
I have faith
good
in you.
routine going.
I think you'll do good. Going back to goals, if you had to set a couple goals for yourself, I guess if you could do one short-term goal and long-term goal based on your health and fitness aspirations, what would those be?
I guess short-term would be just get started as soon as I can. Long-term, stay at it and just stay motivated and keep in there and keep battling.
Okay, that's perfect. Again, as I said, I think you answered all these questions really, really well. I appreciate your honesty and your openness with me. I think I was really able to gather a really good starting point for your training. I've got a good idea about your goals and kind of what's going to motivate you and push you forward. So from here, we'll do a few assessments and we'll get started with your training. How does that sound?
It sounds awesome. Thanks
Great.
for
Thank
everything.
you for meeting with me.
It was awesome.